We are live from North Shore Ice Arena for Game 1 of the SHL Championship on YouTube Live. Good evening, everybody, and welcome into tonight's broadcast where we get the 1 versus 2 matchup we've all been waiting for to decide the SHL Championship here tonight. Alongside Dylan Ward down on ice level and Taylor Rambled up here as my color person, I am Max Anderson. We'll have all the live game action for you here from Northbrook. These two teams come into this championship series having swept both of their quarter and semifinal matchups. And with the state tournament looming as well, a huge test for these two teams that may meet again in just 2 weeks. A lot of star power in these two teams, and for more on Loyola's approach tonight to this Game 1, we're going to send it down to ice level where Dylan Ward is standing by with Loyola co-head coach Scott Sorello. Dylan.
Thanks so much, Max. Coach, you've won the SHL Championship 2 of the last 3 seasons. What's worked so well with this club consistently year after year?
Well, I wasn't here 3 years ago, but the consistent thing is that guy standing right over there. DJ, all credit to our players, though. Each year is a different team, and it's all about the players.
All right, you guys have seen New Trier Green 3 times this season, all in the regular season in the SHL. What are you looking for out of your group here in a game at this stage?
I want to see how our forecheck and our breakout looks, what kind of energy we're playing with, and that'll be a decider.
All right, thanks so much, Coach. Max, back up to you.
Thank you, Dylan. And, of course, DJ LeVar is who Scott Sorello was referencing there. A long-time head coach at Loyola, and has brought in Scott Sorello, who's been a fantastic addition to the program. And you can just see the respect that Scott and, frankly, all the hockey community has for DJ LeVar Taylor. Really respected member of the community in the hockey world here.
Yeah, they absolutely do. And both these programs on the ice have a long storied tradition of excellent hockey. DJ LeVar has been on that bench for years, just like Bob Melton has. These two guys know the game of hockey. They know the area, and they are fun. They bring their teams prepared every time they step on the ice.
Zooming in on this matchup here tonight, we've got 2 offensive players, Taylor, and Butler Chesson for New Trier Green and Jack Gustafson for Loyola Gold, who have been elite, especially over the last 6 weeks.
Yeah, elite is the perfect word. We saw Gustafson, all SHL first team, lead his Loyola Ramblers in the game-winning goal in overtime over St. Viator the other day. The only point scorer over 60 points in the Scholastic Hockey League this year. Opposite him, Butler Chesson. We've talked about him a lot lately. 25 points in his last 14 games played.
And something about Gustafson, guys, is in the 3 games that these two teams have played against each other, Gustafson does not have a goal to his name, just 4 assists, looking for his first one against the Trevs this season tonight.
And he couldn't be playing better hockey right now. He's got 5 goals in the SHL playoffs. Of course, he had back-to-back game-winning overtime goals in that series against St. Viator. He is a critical component in playing his best hockey at the right time of the year.
Yeah, absolutely right, and that's exactly what you need from your stars and those wearing letters on their sweaters, right? Your assistant captains, your captains. You need those guys to show up big, and I'm expecting them to do just that tonight and for the rest of this series.
Quiet calm comes over the arena as these two teams getting ready to do battle. This classic North Shore matchup of schools separated by just a half a mile up there in Wilmette. A lot of these kids, Taylor, we talk about this all the time, grew up playing hockey together, know each other so well, live in the same communities, and now they're going to battle here in front of an absolutely sold-out North Shore Ice Arena.
No, you're absolutely right, and that's what makes this rivalry in particular so fun. A lot of these young men grew up playing travel together, right, until it was time to pick their high schools. Some stay public, some go private. Their friendships are done the moment they step on the ice. Maybe they'll come back after the 60 minutes is up. Or third period is up, at least, I should say.
As I'm sure the camera's panned around, you can see 1s, in some places 2 deep along the boards. All of the stands completely full. Of course, between the glass, or between the student sections, I should say, 2 or 3 deep as well. A lot of anticipation for this matchup that comes right in the middle of the state playoffs. Both these teams are through to the quarterfinals. A 4-0 win yesterday for Loyola over Naperville North. It was a 7-1 win for New Trier on Friday as they move forward. It'll be an all-SHL matchup with New Trier and GBS as one of the quarterfinal matchups.
Max, believe that is a Loyola against GBS, a New Trier against Bennett.
That's absolutely right.
What did I say?
The exact opposite. You swapped
I apologize. Well, that's why we've got Dylan Ward. He is
You were thinking SHL playoffs. That was the quarterfinal there.
There
Maybe
you go.
a semifinal.
Thank you, Dylan. And we are underway here from an absolutely rocking arenas. Taking the puck off the draw is Will Krager. Played up into the neutral boards is Keaton Lillybridge. He'll just drop it down. He had a couple of goals in the lone Loyola win against this New Trier team on the season, including the game winner. Here's Schreiber below the goal line. Krager checking him there, trying to center the pass. Gets it right in front. A deflected shot goes behind the net. Now breaking out with the puck is Danny Balls. Balls gets it rink wide to Chesson. This is the line that has been the difference over the last 6 to 8 weeks for New Trier. And Balls, Chesson, and Walker, they've really spurred the offensive effort for the Trevians.
Yeah, and there's a lot of talent on that top line. I mean, you see the communication on the ice. Balls with a perfect rink-wide pass for the breakout all the way down to Chesson. They communicate so well on the ice together.
Now a check from Balls on Fritchie as he stepped up at the blue line. Good ball, a quick touch pass to Garrick Rady, and he turns it over in the neutral zone. Taylor, back in November and December, people were wondering where's the scoring going to come from this New Trier side. You talked about it in the opening. Butler Chesson has had an incredible start to his 2022. Here's a shot. And our Schmidt goaltending, starting goaltender for New Trier, Dean Lawrence.
Dean Lawrence has been nothing short of fantastic for the Trevians so far on the season. In 16 starts in the regular season, less than 2 goals against average with 1.75 and a .908 save percentage. Some great numbers from the New Trier netminder.
Meanwhile, opposite him tonight, COB, Kieran O'Brien getting the start. Braden Haney got the start last night in the state playoff game for Loyola. What a luxury it is for this Loyola side where they can go from a state playoff game to a league championship game with 2 different guys keeping fresh guys in net.
Yeah, the talent on the back end is unconscionable for Loyola. They have 2 guys that can get the job done on any night, both hovering right around 2 goals against. In the case of COB, and we've seen him a few times this year, 1.98 goals against, 8.98 save percentage, and he's made some highlight reel saves while we've got to broadcast.
Here's Gabal trying to go around Hawkins, but the active stick from the defenseman knocks the puck down there. Landon Douthit at his own blue line, shuttles it out into the neutral zone. Here comes Hawkins again. He's tied up by Sharfstein. That's going to be offsides if played by Kitchell Snow, so they'll let it go. That's going to be an intentional offsides, I believe, Taylor. We'll see if we end up staying here. We will stay right here in the neutral zone. I thought that might have been an intentional offsides. It was about 10 to 15 seconds, Taylor. The linesman having his hand up, screaming offsides. Loyola player continued to pressure it, but we'll stay in the neutral zone.
Guys, lots of turnovers here in the first maybe 2 minutes and 15 seconds of this game. It's like both these teams can read each other's mind with every pass.
These teams certainly know each other. They got plenty of film on each other. They've played against each other enough. There's nothing hiding in this matchup. Just 14:40 left here in the first. Couple of minutes into the game 1 here of the SHL championship. Center ice draw between Malnick and Snow. Loyola wins it cleanly. And Sharfstein will give to Will Steele, but turns it over in the neutral zone. Here's Miller. He'll drop it in deep and send his guys in to do some work on the forecheck. Tyler Smith checks a man. Here's Miller getting the puck below the goal line. Far circle shot blocked in front. And back the other way comes Malnick. Malnick goes around one man, is able to get the puck all the way in deep. Charlie Bain on the forecheck for Loyola, trying to get possession, but instead coming away with it is Joseph Rabinowitz. Schreiber's check in the neutral zone, gets the puck back for the Ramblers. He goes around a couple of men, leaves it for Sam Rohde, and that shot easily into the glove of 50 in net.
Physicality has been non-stop since the first puck drop. I wouldn't expect it any different, but both teams doing a good job of finishing their body checks. Something the officials are going to definitely keep a close eye on, right? Don't want anything to get out of hand.
Danny Balls and Boersma, you're going to see that matchup about 15 or 20 times tonight in the face-off dot. Butler Chesson gets the stretch pass. Here's a shot fought off by Kieran O'Brien. Rohde along the far half boards. That puck just got out. That's a break for New Trier. Here's a backhanded shot trying to finish it. Still in the offensive zone. Walker's shot deflected in behind the net. Taylor, I thought it was clearly outside of the blue line. Looks like Loyola's going to get away with it. Owen Walker's just going to send the puck in deep. Chesson chases. Eventually, Ryan Cowan, captain defenseman, knocks that puck down. That was knocked down by a high stick.
Ooh.
I feel the same as you, Taylor. We'll see how it looked on the replay. Oh, excuse me, here's the previous chance where
COB sprawled out, right? I mean, there's some good sticks from his defenders. Kept that puck out because he wasn't able to recover in time. I'm not sure about that high stick. That looked like it was below the shoulder.
I agree, Taylor. As soon as you groaned,
regardless, unbelievable hand-eye coordination.
Guys, I'm standing at ice level, and I had a pretty good view of that shot. It definitely looked below the shoulder.
Yeah, thanks, Dylan. Yeah, I certainly agree with both of you on that. So a break early for Loyola as they got the offensive zone chance. Now Albrighton trying to keep it in, but that puck just leaked out of the zone. So they had to retreat, missing a couple of sticks, and going in all the way down ice. Recovering is Albrighton. The ball with a quick touch pass off the boards to Grady. And Garrett Grady will lead the rush.
Something I've noticed since we dropped puck is New Trier's being very aggressive in the neutral zone. As a Loyola forward comes across, they're putting one or two bodies on the man as he crosses over center ice.
Albrighton at the point, keeps it in, but can't get much on it. It's forced out by Faulkner. Ritchie back in his own zone to reset for the Ramblers. Here's Grady and Jack Gustafson. On to Max Cabal, his shot easily into the glove of Dean Lawrence. We've talked about Jack Gustafson a couple of times, but really can't talk about enough. The season he's having, 60 points in the SHL this season. An absolutely electric playoffs. We talked about the 2 game-winning overtime goals. Their best players come to play here in the playoffs.
And we got to interview him after the St. Viator series overtime game-winning goal, and one of the things that stuck out to me is what he said there, which was, I knew I had to do something, right? It's crunch time. My team needed me, and I was able to get something done. So it's exactly what you need from your leaders.
No doubt about that. 12:05 left here in the first period. And back to take the puck for Loyola is Will Steele. Mikey Latanzio back in the lineup for Loyola. He missed a few games in the first part of this year. An important defenseman for this Rambler side. The shot from Baker easily steered aside by Lawrence. Rhodey late joining the play, calling for the puck. Instead, a shot on net from Malinick and a good left pad save from Lawrence. Malinick able to hold on to the puck. Cowan gets it. Good give and go touch. Malinick shot and a sharp glove save from Dean Lawrence.
Dean Lawrence certainly looks dialed in so far. His defenders, not so much. He needs a little bit more help in front of him. That was 6 straight unanswered shots on goal for the Ramblers.
11.
See the defensive coaching staff on the New Trier bench saying, hey guys, come on, wake up, help out your goaltender, let's go.
11:33 left here in the first period. 0-0 our score. Face-off one on a snap stick from Ryan Boersma. He'll hustle back to the bench. Loyola's going to try to stay in the play. Garrett Grady jumps on. Trying to turn the puck over, eventually cleared out into the New Trier bench.
That's Cusick, who apologizes profusely to both of the coaches he almost just took out. And they'll look up at us and give us a laugh. He's taking out his coaches.
Chad Bidwell having some fun with it.
Yep.
Face off to come to the right of Dean Lawrence. Boersma back out there with a fresh piece of wood. Opposite him is Kitchell Snow. Tied up, coming in to support Lillybridge, but Miller takes it away for the Trevians. Brody with a good pass through the neutral zone. Lillybridge a little bit off in his touch pass. His shot fought off by Lawrence. Lawrence just got a piece of that. That was headed for that top shelf.
Guys, I'm standing right at the blue line where that play happened, and there's maybe about 15 people around me that all yelled, off,
Yeah,
so you might have been right up there.
It did look offsides from my vantage point. The New Trier coaching staff not pleased either. Certainly a close one. But I have to agree with you down on ice level, Dylan. That looked off. We'll make that 8 unanswered shots on goal for Loyola. It's like a shooting gallery right now. Dean Lawrence standing strong in his own net, as we've seen him do so many times this season.
Face off one by the Trevians. Walker carries it out of the zone. Gets it to Chesson in neutral ice. Chesson gets it right back. His shot easily into the glove of Kieran O'Brien. Taylor, this isn't quantifiable at all, but you watch Butler Chesson play right now. We watched him all season long. There is a different rhythm, a different sense of urgency right from him right now than we've seen all season long.
No, without question. I mean, he looks completely dialed in. A little bit of puck luck. He's moving his legs. He's got the hot stick. I mean, he's just been on fire the last few weeks.
It's like that hitter in baseball that just can't wait to get to the park every day. Here's a backhanded shot. Chesson couldn't get enough on it to get it past O'Brien. Talking about showing up to the ice every day with an extra step when you're in the rhythm he's in, and you could see it on the ice.
No, when you have your feet underneath you and you're playing good hockey, oh, no better feeling in the world, and Chesson is feeling it. Disappointed there. He slams his stick down. Disappointed he didn't just get one.
Face off won by Balls, back to Rabinowitz. His shot, traffic in front, kept out by O'Brien. Now getting it back is Walker. Big pad save from O'Brien as New Trier had a 3-on-1. Here's Sharfstein with speed, trying to get past New Trier in transition.
I'm going to bring it up again. What New Trier is doing through the neutral zone has been very, very, very solid so far tonight. They're putting 2 men on the moment anybody crosses the red line, and they have both defensemen come back. They've thwarted a number of Loyola drives down the ice.
Taylor, it's something similar to what we saw against GBS in the semifinals, where New Trier just completely suffocating the neutral zone, not letting GBS carry the puck into the offensive zone. They're doing a similar thing here. They're going to force Loyola to work behind the goal line to get possession.
Yep, they're doing a great job of clogging it.
All Brighton below his own circle. He sprawls to get that puck away from Henry Fleetwood. Eventually it's Fritchie coming away with it and chipping it back onto the neutral zone. Here's Will Krager. Chipped in by Cusick, almost on net. That might have hit the post.
It did, it hit the pipe.
Wow. Baker the other way, goes around one man. Krager cuts off his angle. Smart play from the New Trier captain. Here's Waltman's shot and blockered up into the netting. We'll have an offensive zone draw for the Ramblers.
Goalies are dialed in. There's a lot of traffic in front of them right now, but they are dialed in. With the exception of just there, Kieran O'Brien was not expecting a dump in, or was expecting a dump in rather, not a shot on net, and that bounced off the ice and hit the pipe.
Yeah, get another look at it there from a wide angle.
Yeah.
I think you called it, Taylor. Certainly didn't think that was going to end up on net. Well, Grady and Snow on the draw. New Trier able to win it cleanly. Cusick back around the other side. Well, looking for the stretch pass of Landon Douthit, but he missed. In the corner, all Brighton. He'll drop for Fritchie. Fritchie tries to shuttle it around the boards to get it out. Wasn't able to. Now Grady behind the goal line with 9 minutes to go here in the first period. This shot on O'Brien, and he gloves it.
Guys, just as a reminder to what this game means to everybody, as I make my way around the glass, I'm seeing a bunch of SHL players from other teams. Everybody is wanting to see how this series turns out.
Dylan, that's a great catch. I had noticed that too, a few players that I recognize and know a little bit. This is not just a game about New Trier Loyola. Where this league has gotten to, the exposure, the profile, it is a big event here tonight.
Yeah, it certainly is. I've seen a couple different jackets, and some not even in the SHL, some Catholic League. There's some other teams in the state. I saw a Bennett jacket. That's going to be the next state foe for New Trier, right? A little scouting.
Yeah, I was just going to say, you can imagine a little scouting going on.
Yep.
Some
Sunday
GBS guys
afternoon
here
at 4.
too. Getting a look at Loyola.
GBS, GBN, I've seen a few jackets.
Now here's a good stick from Louis Bridge. Gets to Boersma just over the crossbar.
It's a Sunday afternoon at 4. Get to the rink. Watch some hockey. It's good hockey.
Football's over.
Right.
Boersma at the blue line, can't keep it in for Loyola. Comes all the way back to Ryan Cowan off the boards. Lillybridge tried to send that in deep, but hit the linesman. Chipped down to the neutral zone. Grady lets that puck go through his legs. Here's Rhodey. Trying to stretch past through the neutral zone. Schreiber trying to get past Rabinowitz, but Rabinowitz is just enough to tie him up so that he could get some support. Now Gustafson trying to go around. What a pass, and they score! Jack Gustafson does it again, and Garrett Grady finishes it. It's 1-0 Loyola.
And who other than Gustafson? When you need it, he shows up. We see it yet again. Unbelievable. The Loyola players skating over to the student section to jump into the glass. Garrett Grady getting the assist. One of the peskier players on Loyola, the penalty minutes leader, and he is dynamic. He also had 30 points in the regular season. A great pass to Gustafson. Gustafson finishes it off, and Loyola's on the board with a 1-0 lead at the 7:52 mark of the first. Wow.
They switched roles. It was Grady to Gustafson with the crazy goal in game 1 of the semifinals in overtime. That time it was all Gustafson and a tap in for 9, 1-0.
Really incredible move there by Gustafson. He gets tripped at the end of it, somehow still able to get that pass off. And Grady, set up at the doorstep, just has to tap it in after the hard work by Gustafson, who continues an incredible run of hockey. 7:52 left here in the first period. Loyola draws first blood. We'll see how New Trier responds. Grady gets checked into the boards. Now Ryan Cowan waits, quickly gets it to Gustafson. Gustafson again goes around Cusick. Backhanded pass into the slot. I don't think Max Cabal was expecting that. He had some room. I don't even think he thought Gustafson could pull off that move. Here's Gustafson near corner. Chips it along. Kitchell Snow tries to get it on again. Comes to the stick of Cabal. He goes around one man. Still getting checked off the puck. Eventually it's Snow comes over. Cut off the angle and head back the other way for the Trevians. Now Krager. Chipped up ice. Trying to find Miller. Instead it comes all the way in the back end to Fritchie. I mean, Taylor, you were talking about how much they were clogging up the neutral zone. It was 1-on-2. They had him covered. And somehow Gustafson still finds the space
as he's
creates
done
the goal
all year. Just the talent level there is unparalleled. Even on a roster with 4 or 5 guys who are in the high double digits in goals this season.
He's having a special season. There's no doubt about it. As this puck rides the rails, it's going to go all the way down to ice, and we're going to have an icing. I want to thank our great sponsors here on the SHL Network: CCTY Bearing, Christopher Burke Engineering, Stormy's Tavern and Grill, Glassa, the Great Lakes Adaptive Sports Association, York Hockey, Loyola Hockey, Wintrust Bank, Lake Forest Bank and Trust, Wintrust Community Bank, Kramer Construction, Brian C. Mueller of Edward Jones Financial Advisory, and Schmidt Goaltending. Visit schmidtgoaltending.com and get 25% off your first private lesson. You know what to do. Just tell them the SHL Network sent you for that deal.
Guys, a quick question. Coach Cheris, assistant coach of New Trier, just pulled me aside. I'm in between the penalty boxes and asked if that play was offsides on our cameras because he was almost positive.
The goal.
I hadn't
thought about that either. We
correct.
should be able to check that.
Between periods, we'll take a look at it. We will let you know, Dylan. That's
I didn't catch it.
One of the benefits of having Dylan between the glass. We can even help out the coaches. Here's Krager. His pass intercepted by Cowan. Captain for Loyola Gold. And we're going to get our first penalty of the game against New Trier. Cross-check the call. And Taylor, I don't even have to get your opinion.
Nope,
I know you don't like that
ask.
call. We're going to get another look at it here.
And Cusick is pleading his case. He said, look, he made the play. He went at the hip.
It was just before that part of the clip. Yeah, don't like that in a championship game at all.
Nope.
So 5:51 here left in the first period, and it'll be Loyola.
And that puck just barely came off sides. Now, New Trier is the second least penalized team in the Scholastic Hockey League so far. I should say in the regular season. They just were not heavily penalized. Not a lot of guys that spent much time in the penalty box. A sparkling 90%, 90.6% on the penalty kill.
Clear number one penalty kill
in the
for
state.
New Trier.
Yeah. I mean, an elite penalty killing unit.
They work hard on it. It certainly paid dividends early in the season when they weren't scoring as many goals as this pass. Misses Lillibridge. He leaves for Cowan. Smart play by Jack Hawkins. He read that play from the back end. We talked about it the other night in the semifinal game between GBS and New Trier, how instinctual of a player he is. You saw it right there.
Guys, also 3.2 times are the Trevians on the penalty kill per game in the SHL, which is the 4th best mark in the league.
They don't commit many. Here's Gustafson through a couple of defenders. Now Cowan will drop to Lillibridge. Back up top to Cowan. He'll shoot, gets a deflection, goes wide of the net. Gustafson collects, finds Boersma below the goal line. Gustafson and Boersma exchange the puck. Gustafson using his body to shield off Rabinowitz. Back up top to Cowan. He deflected just wide of the far post. Comes to Miller with 45 seconds left on this penalty kill. Now shorthanded comes Kitchell Snow. Snow's shot just over the crossbar. Good opportunity there for New Trier shorthanded.
Lucky bounce that comes all the way back to Hawkins, too.
30 seconds remaining here on the power play for the Ramblers. Leading 1-0 off. And stop me if I've said this recently, another highlight reel goal engineered by Jack Gustafson.
You'll see New Trier on the penalty kill. They'll almost park 3 at the blue line, both defenders at least, and keep 1 to force the puck to the left or right, have one guy step up. Loyola has to chip and chase to get things going almost every time here on the power play.
Rabinowitz collects. He takes a hard check, but able to get the puck onto Butler Chesson. Back to full strength as New Trier, as Cusick finds himself back on the bench. Cleared out into the neutral zone. Albrighton gets to Malinek. Owen Walker with a good back check. Slowed down the rush of Charlie Bain. Here's Chesson with a good touch pass to Walker. Walker to balls through the neutral zone. Ball skates wide, and offsides was Owen Walker. Walker did not like the call. But with 3:27 left here in the first period, a neutral zone draw to come. Tied up off the face-off. Eventually it's Danny Balls that drops the puck in deep. Cowan to collect. Deflected back out in the neutral zone to Rabinowitz. Rabinowitz hands off to Chesson. The back check, this time from Mikey Baker. Ends that rush for the Trevians. Now Waltman trying to catch up to the puck. Baker trails him. Chesson can't collect. Baker spins it back up the board to the point. Cowan gets it there. His shot deflects up into the netting. And we'll stay right down here for an offensive zone draw for the Ramblers.
Fast period so far. Both teams coming and going. 200 feet of hockey. Playing the best hockey at the best time of the season. Both these guys coming in. New Trier 14-1 in their last 15 games. Loyola 14-1 in their last 15 games. That lone loss coming to New Trier Green a few weeks ago. Opposite them, New Trier 19-1 in their last 20 coming into today. Both teams are just on fire right now and makes for a fun product on the ice.
We're going to get to see it next week in person for the quarters Wednesday and Thursday from the Edge. And one thing we do want to point out to you, we are tremendously excited as a crew here to be bringing you the A-High quarters, semis, and the A-High state championship. Myself, Taylor, Dylan will be on some of those broadcasts as well. Our very own Wes Anderson will join us, possibly some other figures as well. But if you've enjoyed us here on the SHL Network all season, you'll have us for a couple more games. And if you didn't, I apologize. You're going to have us for a couple more games. Here's a shot just wide of the net from O'Brien. Trying to stuff it up side of the net, still loose. And Sam Rohde able to steer it into the corner. Now
You hear move it from Stripes. They'll blow it down if it's not gone. That's the Zamboni door too. So the ice is a little bit inverted.
it finally comes free. Comes to Will Schreiber. Schreiber skates. He's checked by Cusick. Big hit into the boards. Much to the delight of the blackout student section for New Trier. That's, of course, the color that they're wearing.
Not sure what's going on in the corner there.
Well, finally, we're going to get a penalty, and Cusick got rolled up on in an awkward fashion. Hope he's okay.
Lillibridge is going. I have to imagine they're sending 2 here. Holding is the call. This can't. I would be surprised if this is just A penalty for Loyola, not at least offsetting. I mean, there was
a lot in the corner.
That's it, yeah. Just for Loyola Lillybridge, 2 minutes hold. Wow. There's some pushing and shoving. I could have seen penalties go both ways. Surprised Lillybridge is the only player in the box. Nonetheless, the Trevians will get their first advantage by a man so far this evening.
And we talked about the success of the Trevians on the penalty kill. Also, a great power play, second in the league, just under 21%. Meanwhile, Loyola 84.9% on the penalty kill. That's middle of the pack in the SHL. Here's Cusick looking for a lane, deflects behind the net. Danny Balls gets the puck. Now Will Cusick. Back down, Balls and Fritchie battling again in that same Zamboni door spot.
Yep. Propensity for a puck to get wedged in there very easily.
Here's Cusick, finds Chesson, centering pass to Hawkins, can't get a shot off. Comes back out to Cusick. He opts to a pass to Chesson, goes around one man, shot. Now on his backside was O'Brien. He's able to get back to his position. Here's Chesson.
That's an easy call.
And we're going to get a 5-on-3 here.
Let him. Wow.
You got to just give him the puck at this point.
I mean, you heard the coaching staff screaming, give them the puck, give them the puck. If you're Trevian faithful, you want to get the two-man advantage.
No doubt about it. You'd prefer 5-on-3 versus 6-on-4 any day of the week.
And the Loyola coaching staff not happy. Loyola's Albright into the box. I mean, a blatant shove from behind in front of the net. I mean, that's as easy as they come. Just a selfish penalty.
Well earned for sure.
You can see Coach Melton double shifting all 5 New Trier skaters to 1 minute into that first penalty. He has faith in his guys 5-on-3.
And with 36 seconds left here in the period, they'll likely finish it out. Here's Kroger. Krager to Cusick. Backdoor Chesson. He had a wide open net. He couldn't put it on the cage. 20 seconds to go. Cusick, Chesson, Krager. Shot off the post. Now Walker's side of the net. O'Brien able to steer it aside. 10 seconds left here in the period. Below the goal line, back up top, Cusick. He winds up. He's going to go back down below to Balls. Balls shoots. Misses the net. 3 seconds to go. Krager's going to have to put a shot on net. 1 second. He doesn't realize it, and that's the end of the period. And Taylor, remember that backdoor chance for Butler Chesson. It was so wide open, he might have been able to settle the puck and still bury it.
I mean, he could have scored a goal with a beach ball. There was so much wide open. And unlike Butler, Chesson did a great penalty kill for Loyola so far. And you see the replay there. So unbelievable. And Butler Chesson has just been on fire of late. That's a rare miscue from him, but a great penalty kill from the Ramblers.
So they'll start the second period, I should say, New Trier will, with a 25-second 5-on-3. But we're going to step aside, catch our breath for just a moment, come back with second period action in just a couple of minutes right here on your home for the SHL Championship, YouTube Live. Welcome back live to second period action here from North Shore Ice Arena. A 5-on-3 for New Trier. to start this second period. Trailing by a goal. Here's Will Cusick. Far circle, back up top, Krager. He's going to fire a shot. Big save by COB with 10 seconds remaining on the 5-on-3. But Taylor, between the break, we were talking a little bit about that ending sequence right before the end of the first period and the situational awareness there, a missed opportunity for New Trier.
Well, something you have to work on is being a student to the game, right? And these young men have played a lot of hockey. Loyola New Trier playing the most games of any of the teams in the state. So when you get put on the ice for a power play and you have a face-off, you got to look up at the clock and see how much time you have roughly, right? We saw the Trevians not aware of how much time was left on the clock. We also saw them wait a little while before letting Loyola touch the puck to get that sixth attacker on the ice. Let them touch it right away. I mean, that 10 seconds of 5-on-3 could be huge.
Now back to 5-on-4 action for another 56 seconds. A shot from Cusick hit Walker right in the chest. Never got all the way through and cleared by Loyola.
And that is a huge, huge kill on that first attacker for Loyola.
You know what Eddie Olczyk always says, the team that wins the 5-on-3 usually wins the game. So far, Loyola winning this 5-on-3.
Absolutely.
Now Gabal in the corner, able to tie up some defenseman sticks. He might draw a penalty, almost drew a penalty, didn't get a call, but wastes about 20 seconds. Now put back in to the neutral zone. Rody's going to clear it up the boards with 15 left here on the power play. Krager gives to Cusick. Off Gabal's stick. Again, frustrating this New Trier power play in the neutral zone as Max Gabal comes to Owen Walker, and that's the end of the power play for New Trier. Back to full strength, and we're going to get a penalty on New Trier right out of it.
I think it's on Loyola. I actually think it was on Loyola.
Well, let's find out here because I'm with you, Max. I saw that maybe it was a cross check or a slash. But
no, it's going Loyola. It's going Loyola.
We're going to get another look at it here.
Gabal.
Hey, guys, guys on both teams are going to the box. So, right now.
So we did
get Walker. So we're going to get coincidentals?
Yeah, I think I certainly saw the first
penalty. Walker's leaving. It's it's just the penalty on Loyola. Wow,
well, hold on, guys. Let's wait here a second. Everybody take a breath.
Offsetting. Okay, all right.
Here's
the deal. Cross check going the way of Walker. Hooking going the way of Gabal. They're going to be offsetting at the 15:29 mark. So we're going to need 2 minutes and a whistle. And it should be 5-on-5 hockey.
Certainly saw the cross check. I know the hooking call they called. I don't think that was a very good call on the hooking.
I agree with you on the hooking.
I did see the cross check. I think that was the correct call with 15:29 left here in the second period. Now face off, tied up in the neutral zone. We stay 5-on-5 here in high school hockey. No 4-on-4 as this icing goes too far.
Look at the aggressive hustle there by Loyola Sharfstein, too.
Make sure you follow us on social media, folks, at the SHL Network on Instagram, at the SHL Network on Twitter, on YouTube as well. If you're watching there, make sure you hit the like button. You're going to see the events coming up shortly over the next couple of days for the quarterfinals hosted right here by the SHL Network.
And if you follow the SHL Network on Instagram, you saw how much fun of a time that state tournament is. We had the Sweet 16 coverage to preview our actual YouTube broadcasts.
Yeah, Dylan, appreciate you Friday evening and all day Saturday. Bringing great coverage on the SHL Network Instagram page. So make sure you follow along there for all the latest action in the SHL and very shortly around the state. Here's Gustafson. He tries to chip around Rabinowitz. Kitchell Snow there to support. Here's Grady. Drop pass to Kadlik. Rink wide to Rody. Here's a shot deflected. Backdoor Grady. He whiffs. He tried to hit that out of midair, and we're going to get another penalty against New Trier's Rabinowitz. Loyola's going to head back to the power play.
Now, Garrett Grady did an unbelievable job of drawing that call, right? He never stopped moving his feet. Rabinowitz drug him down kind of in a wrestling style move. Garrett Grady just battling and keeping his legs churning. And he draws that penalty, does a great job. That's what we see game in, game out from Loyola's Grady.
Taylor, you talk about moving your feet, but the other piece of it too is Grady aware of leverage. He's not the biggest guy. In fact, he's one of the smallest guys on the ice, but understanding, lowering that shoulder, getting a lower center of gravity, able to carve out that space, and eventually it forces Rabinowitz to take a penalty.
And he's so effective in the corners and in front of the nets too. He does not ever shy away from the dirty areas of the ice. He's just a fun player to watch.
14:26 left here in the second period. Loyola with another chance here on the power play. That's won by New Trier and immediately cleared. O'Brien's got to play it. Cowan collects, and it'll be Ryan Boersma, the senior captain, to lead the rush for Loyola. Grady's pass deflected, and Krager's going to be able to clear that. So 2 quick clearances from the Trevians to start this power play.
New Trier coaching staff again, stack 3 at the blue line, have 1 in the middle to force the puck to the left or right side of the ice.
Boersma goes between 2 men, and his shot, not sure if Lawrence got a piece of it or not, but deflected up into the netting.
An interesting tactic too, right? Sit back on the penalty kill, let them come to you, dictate what side of the ice, then attack. Whereas in 5-on-5, we've seen New Trier be incredibly aggressive through the neutral zone, attacking the point of play immediately.
See Boersma able to split those 2 defenders. And Taylor, it was, from a tactics perspective, executed well there from New Trier. They just didn't execute the play. As Boersma's speed able to split those 2 defenders.
And he's got just an unbelievable wrist shot too. You saw how fast that moved. Fast riser, but man, can he get a shot off quickly.
There's Charlie Fritchie. He's trying to keep the puck in at the blue line, but again cleared by New Trier with 1:05 left on this man advantage. Fritchie from the back end to lead the rush. He drops to Schreiber. Schreiber's able to carry the puck in. Hawkins is going to check him along the far half boards. Schreiber sprawling to try to keep this chance alive for the Ramblers. Eventually comes loose. Now Bain along the half wall collects. Schreiber creating a screen. Now Fritchie to Rhodey. Back up top to Fritchie. Fritchie looks, far circle Schreiber. Schreiber shoots and blockered up off the nice wrist shot from Will Schreiber. Krager tries to clear up the boards, has it blocked. Hawkins gets it. He tries to clear around the boards, not able to. Schreiber gets it there. And a hand pass can be the call against Schreiber. So with 17 seconds left here on the power play for Loyola, that will be a neutral zone faceoff.
That'll also be the end of our offsetting coincidental calls. So Gabal and Walker return to their respective benches.
You saw in that replay there, Schreiber able to get that puck in the far circle, wind up just a little bit and snap that wrist shot off. New Trier tried to sneak a 5th on the ice there. That was Landon Douthit. Of course, they're shorthanded here for another 15 seconds. Cowan's going to wrap the puck around the boards. Grady leaves for Gustafson. Gustafson around 1 man, around 2 men. Backhanded shot, misses the far post. Grady gets it back. That's the end of the power play for Loyola. Back to full strength are the Trevians. A shot from Grady gets deflected up into the netting and will stay down in the New Trier end.
Guys, we've now played 3 games and another period and maybe about halfway through that one. And so far in this season in the season series, by the way. And the Loyola power plays only 1 out of 11 in those 3 games. So New Trier knows how to shut down Loyola's power play, which was 3rd best overall in the SHL.
Here's a shot off the faceoff from Gustafson just wide. But yeah, we've seen it. New Trier, whether it's Loyola, GBN, or any team in this league, with penalty kill, they are just not giving up many chances. Certainly one of the keys to their success. We talked about it. That's going to be offsides as puck just got out.
Same thing can be said about the other way too. In those season series, New Trier, including this game, has a 0 for 5 power play mark.
So 12:03 left here in the second period. Neutral zone draw just outside of Loyola's zone. It'll be Snow and Boersma. Face off won by Lillibridge. And Fritchie to Albrighton. That will go just a bit too far. We'll have an icing. I want to thank our great sponsors here on the SHL Network: CCTY Bearing, Christopher Burke Engineering, Stormy's Tavern and Grill, GLASA, the Great Lakes Adaptive Sports Association, York Hockey, Loyola Hockey, Wintrust Bank, Lake Forest Bank and Trust, Wintrust Community Bank, Kramer Construction, Brian C. Mueller of Edward Jones Financial Advisory, and Schmidt Goaltending. Here's a shot off the draw from Chesson, blocked by Boersma. Chesson gets it right back. There's a backhanded pass. Here's balls, and a block shot from Boersma. Doesn't let that puck get anywhere near his netminder. Albrighton sends it out to the neutral zone. Cusick, a very offensively talented defenseman for this New Trier team. He'll get involved in the play. Here's a shot right into the midsection of O'Brien. We saw him lead that scoring effort in a game against GBS just a couple of nights ago. That game 2, up from his defensive spot. He got the scoring, at least offense started. I believe it was Tyler Smith that got that first goal, but it was a great play by Cusick offensively to get it started. Now Cowan wraps around the boards. Waiting for Sam Rohde, who chips it right in the glass edge. Here's Sharfstein. Sharfstein tries to drag around defenseman, falls to Malnick. His shot, right pad save from Dean Lawrence.
He kicked that leg out instantaneously.
The senior Dean Lawrence locked in. It was him and Drew Dirtoff battling it out, and Dean Lawrence, the senior, really starting to cement himself in net. Here's Cowan. His shot deflected, still bouncing on the ice, and Lawrence drops his glove on it.
For anybody that's joining us late here in the broadcast, we'd like to welcome you in. And if you're curious how these two teams got here, Loyola sweeping Glenbrook North in round 1, doing the same to St. Viator, not, of course, without a little bit of drama at the last minute. Gustafson in the OT game winners.
One of the best series I've called on the SHL Network.
I'm with you there. Conversely, New Trier sweeping Carmel in round 1 and a very solid GBS team in round 2, out shooting them almost 2-1.
Here's Gustafson, point blank, he shoots! Big save from Lawrence.
Max, when you could say that was one of the best series you've seen in your 6 years covering this league and it didn't even go to a game 3, that says something in itself.
It was incredible. The 2 overtime games, St. Viator just gave them everything they could handle. We had empty net goals. We had multiple highlight reel goals.
Comebacks, overtimes.
Arguably the goal of the season by Jack Gustafson there in game 2. Now a stretch pass to Landon Douthit. He ducks his shoulder. Soft attempt. Follow up just past the stick of Buddington. Buddington's stick was tying up Gustafson, but Grady's able to take it away from the Ramblers. Grady lowers his shoulder, goes around, one-man stuff attempt. And now Lawrence falls on it. But again, you just see the situational awareness from Garrett Grady. Jack Hawkins has been one of the best defensemen in the state. He just dips his shoulder around and uses some leverage. Almost creates a goal there for Loyola.
That was unreal. Douthit first one way, Grady then the next way. Both guys back to back, end to end, getting around defenders just like that. What a sequence.
We teased it at the start of the broadcast, all the talent on the ice. In a 1-0 game. The talent we've seen so far just all over the ice. As Boersma takes this puck in the offensive zone. Rolling puck gets to Cadlick. Cadlick shot blocked by Chesson. Now centering pass from Lillibridge. No one there for the Ramblers. Steele keeps it in at the point. Ball ships along. Point blank chance. Boersma's shot went just wide. It was deflected by a stick check. Now trying to chip it up the boards. Eventually able to fire the puck out was Chesson. And icing going to be the call. And we'll head back down to the Loyola zone.
Full swath of line changes too. I mean, there were some names on the ice just there. The Baltz Chesson line with Walker. We had Boersma's line out there, and this is some serious firepower. Now we'll get a little breather for both the top lines.
New Trier taking the opportunity with the offensive zone draw to get their third or fourth line here some ice time. Prager trying to decide how to start this rush. Patience by Krager. Taylor, we talk about that in these broadcasts a lot. Defensemen sometimes in a hurry, sometimes in a panic to get rid of the puck. You see the patience of Krager, why he's one of the best defensemen in the state.
Yep, no question. It's so important, right? It's key. And night in, night out, he does a great job of playing the game to the best of his abilities and being smart with the puck, which is arguably better than being lucky.
If you're smart enough, luck seems to come. Now Malnick right on the blue line, right in front of the Loyola bench, battling back and forth. Cusick sandwich, eventually Snow comes away with it. Cusick joining the rush, centering pass, deflected in on that, another shot, and the goal comes off its net, or off its post, I should say. So an offensive zone draw coming for New Trier, a nice rush for the Trevians. See the way Cusick's able to jump up into the play, eventually use the deflection from Kitchell Snow, and O'Brien kicked that post off. Here's Henry Fleetwood for the draw against Garrett Grady. Tied up eventually. Swiped behind by O'Brien. Comes back to the point in Hawkins. His shot on net deflected. In fact, it was Sam Rody that just stopped that puck with his stick. Cheris gets checked. Now in behind is Cowan. Gustafson gonna play up to Sam Rody. Gives to Grady to lead the rush. Gustafson darting for the front of the net. Grady behind him. Point blank chance, they score! Jack Gustafson scores again, and it's 2-0 Loyola.
Those two have some wicked chemistry going on. Grady carries it in. Gustafson beats his man unmarked on the opposite side. Grady to Gustafson, the exact opposite of the first goal. And Loyola puts another one on the board.
And you could see at the bottom of your screen, Gustafson was charging to the front of the net. Grady with a brilliant point-blank pass.
Unmarked the whole way into the zone.
And he skates past the New Trier bench and just gives him a shrug right afterwards.
He is on some kind of run.
I love this matchup every year.
Jack Gustafson is on some kind of run. Here's Landon Douthit. He turns, shoots, backdoor chance, they score! Joseph Buddington comes right back, cuts the deficit in half. It's 2-1 Loyola.
Are you kidding me? What a swing.
Just when you thought Loyola was taking control of this game, Landon Douthit creates an opportunity, and Joseph Buddington finishes it. You see the initial shot. O'Brien kicks that rebound right to the stick of Buddington.
Buddington, obviously a right-handed shot, right side of the net, wide open. He just fires it home. 4 seconds after the Loyola goal. Wow. Oh my goodness.
And the New Trier student section comes alive. Here's Enright, his shot. And a different level of enthusiasm now down on the New Trier bench every time they come close. I don't know if you could pick that up on the viewing. But you saw the entire New Trier bench start to rise as Enright. They can feel the energy in the building, and they want to tie this game. Here's Fritchie. Sharstein just chips out into the neutral zone. Enright in the neutral zone, turns over, here's Malnick. Malnick with a breakaway opportunity, forehand, he scores! Nicholas Malnick with the interception in the neutral zone, takes it from the blue line in and buries the forehand. It's 3-1 Loyola.
A bad turnover there by New Trier's Enright, trying to go to the opposite, his partner in Rabinowitz there. As an outlet, Malinick does a perfect job of cutting right through the seam, picking the pocket of the pass in all alone, and fires one up top shelf. 3-1 Loyola at the 7:29 mark. That's 3 goals in the last 2 minutes of hockey.
Some display we're seeing. Here's Gustafson trying to make it 4 in 2 minutes. And a check from Rabinowitz keeps that out. Gustafson gets it back to Cowan. Here's a shot from Grady. Turns, it was blocked in front. And New Trier's going to be able to clear. Walker gets it up to Chesson. Chesson tries to lower his shoulder, has the puck roll off his stick. Now centering pass, but Walker was out of the play. Here's Rhodey. Rhodey's just going to fire it in from center ice. Gustafson with a nice play to win the puck. Centering to Boersma, just misses him, comes to Rhodey at the far point. Now Fritchie will drop it in behind. Gustafson back to Fritchie. He looks for a lane, he'll shoot, deflects, waiting in front. Lillybridge to follow, a shot, blocked, never got through. Owen Walker got in the way of that. Battling below the goal line is Boersma. Eventually it's Hawkins, but Rhodey keeps it in at the blue line. Loyola is going to get almost a full line change here in the offensive zone, and we're going to get a penalty. We're going to get a penalty against New Trier. Loyola is going to head to the power play as soon as a... And that's going to be a power play coming in a big moment here in the game as New Trier are already trailing 3-1. They're going to be shorthanded for 2 minutes.
They sure are. And a Loyola power play goal here would be colossal for the Ramblers.
And we've reached that point in the game where the next goal seems to be the most important. If New Trier can find it somehow, make this a 1-goal game, it goes anywhere. If you give a Loyola team a 3-goal lead, that is a huge mountain to climb if you're the Trevians.
Absolutely is. Both teams have the talent to make a comeback, but my goodness. It would be a very, very, very tall mountain to be looking up at with the talent that's on this Loyola roster, the way they've been playing lately.
The ball wins that face-off cleanly, back to Fritchie. Now Bain. The ball back to Fritchie again. Fritchie right at the blue line, able to keep it in. Schreiber cross ice to Gabal, just out of his shooting path. Had to settle that puck, couldn't one-time it. Now Malnick gets it in front, but no one for Loyola was there to receive it. And cleared by New Trier. 1:35 to go on this power play. Here's Gabal, rink wide to Malnick. Miller ties him up there and again able to clear his New Trier. 5:30 to go here in the second period.
Three parked at the blue line for New Trier, one to force to left or right. And a great pickpocket.
Snow shorthanded, quickly getting back. And we're going to get a penalty. What a play by Kitchell. Snow shorthanded, drawing the penalty. And we'll have a minute 4 of 4-on-4 hockey.
That was close to a shorthanded goal, but something interesting is all season long, regular season and playoffs alike, Loyola Gold is actually involved in the least amount of games containing a shorthanded goal. They've only scored 2 and haven't allowed a single one.
Not allowing a single shorthanded goal in a season. Pretty good number for Loyola, looking to keep that up.
Might not surprise you that they're the only team to not allow one either.
New Trier has 9 on the season that they've scored. They lead by far the pack of shorties.
So here's some 4-on-4, a little bit of pond hockey for you, Taylor.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Now a centering pass just misses the stick of Chesson. And Gustafson comes skating up ice with it. He's got Cowan trailing him. Goes around one man. Gustafson again, he scores! Jack Gustafson gets another. It's 4-1 Loyola.
I don't know what just happened there with the New Trier defenders. They both merged into the same player and got caught out of position. Loyola capitalizes. Oh boy, 4-1 Ramblers.
You saw Gustafson with a lot of space as he entered the zone.
I'm trying to see who the left defender was. He comes in and abandons his side of the ice, and they split the two and walk right up to the front of the house, knock on the doorbell, barge in, take all the goods, and get out.
I was going to say, I don't think they rang any doorbell. I think they just walked right in and took it.
You might be right.
Guys, even
what
just
a goal. What a goal for the Ramblers.
Sorry, Taylor. It's just a 3-goal margin, but this is super rare for a game between these two teams to not be close at all.
And that might be another penalty. Owen Walker, I think, is going to get headed to the box. New Trier's starting to fall apart a little bit here. Referee doesn't want to hear it.
He's going to take them both.
No, that's just
No, he's
Walker.
not.
No, that's a good call. So we're going to have 4-on-3 action
I
here.
agree. I mean, there was
for 28 seconds.
No reason. That's Walker's second penalty tonight. I mean, that's just selfish, undisciplined, stupid hockey.
Taylor, we talk about crucial moments in the game and looked over at the New Trier bench. Maybe they would take a timeout, already trailing by 3 goals. Another bad penalty, in this case taken by Owen Walker. But we'll play on.
It's going to be 4-on-3, and when you have Cowan on the ice, you have Lillybridge on the ice.
Ritchie and Boersma.
Fritchman, there's any of these guys can pot one in a matter of a second.
Here's Cowan. He centers, shoots. Glove save from Dean Lawrence, keeps him in it.
I mean, you just can't take that penalty if you're Walker, the second of the night. You can't take that and give your team. I mean, you're already reeling here. You're trickling down towards the end of the second. You got to kind of come together and get a little momentum. You're down 3 goals. It's just a horrible penalty to take.
4:27 left here in the second period. 19 remains on the 4-on-3. Cusick takes the draw as New Trier's got 3 defensemen out there. Here's a shot from Schreiber. He scores! Will Schreiber with the one-timer makes it 5-1 Loyola.
A one-time slap shot. Schreiber right off the pass. Beats Dean Lawrence right above his shoulders. Blocker side shoulder. I mean, what a cannon of a shot. 5-1. And the tide has turned on the Trevians quickly.
A perfect feed from Ryan Cowan. And Schreiber
he busts
buries
out his
that.
signature celly, too, of wiping the ice with his glove. I've seen him score plenty of goals this year, including yesterday, and he seems to always bust that one out.
Having a little discussion with the officials in front of the bench.
Trying to figure out what exactly that conversation is. Yeah, 4-on-4, the signal.
You hear Loyola Gold head coach, finish this game, everything you got. Finish this game, everything you got. He's shouting on the bench. Take it into the intermission here without letting up on the gas pedal. If you're Loyola faithfuls, that's exactly what you need to see.
5-1 now, the Loyola lead. An offensive explosion here in the second period. Rhodey back at the blue line. Here's a shot, goes over the net. Brady near half boards and comes out to Cowan. Taylor, back in December, Loyola was scoring a bunch of goals, and while they've still been playing very good hockey, I'd have to go back and look at their past results in the SHL. It's been some time since we've seen a 5-goal output from this Loyola team. Kind of been waiting for them to break out offensively. I think we're seeing that breakout right here tonight.
Yeah, we sure are, and against a very solid defensive team in New Trier, right? I mean, this isn't one of the lesser teams to put 5 up on. This is very impressive.
From my vantage point, the best defensive team in the state. That's why New Trier, despite a slow start offensively this season, maintained a top 2 or 3 spot in the state before Butler, Chesson, and company really got going offensively for this Trevian team. It was their defense. They weren't scoring as many goals, but they were certainly keeping them out. Now through the neutral zone here, Schreiber plays to his stick, gets turned on that puck a little bit, but no call. Comes to Lillybridge, drops it to Fritchie. Lillybridge with some space near circle. Jaden Sauer steps in the way of that, or Schreiber was winding up for another one-timer. Here's Rhodey's shot wide of the net. He'll come to Fritchie. Lillybridge below the goal. Schreiber again just chips over the crossbar. Back to full strength as New Trier 5-on-5 hockey. .222 left here in the second period. A 4-goal output in this period for Loyola. Albrighton can try to wrap it around, kept in by Douthit. And Schreiber's able to chip it back out to Cusick with 2 minutes remaining. Albrighton looks up ice, plays to Bain. Now Bain on the breakout, gets it up to Schreiber. Schreiber looks, his shot deflects up into the netting with 1:47 left here in the second period. Face off to come to the right of Dean Lawrence. There's Buddington and Malnick at the face-off dot. Malnick tried to play it right on net, ends up going to the side half wall, and now Sharfstein hustling to get the puck in the corner. Cusick chips up the glass, but not out. Cowan's able to keep it in. Maine's just going to fire it into the corner. Sharfstein behind the goal. Centering pass. Here's another big save by Lawrence to keep it at 5-1. Backdoor, another shot almost goes home, but Dean Lawrence keeps it out.
That's the save of the game so far there by Lawrence. Post to post.
Certainly an early contender for our Schmidt goaltending save of the game. We'll keep that sequence right there in our back pocket as we move along with 1 minute to go here in the second period. Cusick looking for a stretch pass, finds Faulkner. Now Snow coming up the slot, drops it to Douthit. Backdoor chance, puck still loose, bouncing around, and we get a whistle. I would hope that's because the goal came off its post, because the puck was certainly not secured.
No, the linesman lost sight of it. Looks like he just wiggled the net. I didn't think it was off its moorings.
No, I believe he replaced it, but we'll have an offensive zone draw with 48 seconds to go here in the second period.
Regardless, you are absolutely right. The puck was very much alive and loose.
And face-off taken away by Grady. He'll just chip it out into the neutral zone. Hawkins tries to jump to it. Here's a 2-on-1 for Loyola. Gustafson coming up the slot. Never got rid of it. That was a quick whistle, and now Hawkins is going to take another penalty.
And Hawkins is going to skate right over to the referee and goes, well, he hit my goalie. And the referee's going to go, I don't care. You don't get to just walk in and cross-check him. It's a lot of retaliatory after the whistle stuff we're seeing from the Trevians. 3 of them have led to penalties now.
So Hawkins frustrated. He'll spend at least the next couple of seconds if they can keep Loyola off the scoreboard. Every time we turn, it feels like another tally for Loyola here in this second period. They win this draw with 35 to go. Now Grady. And another big hit, but able to clear his New Trier, and it goes right into the New Trier bench.
And a big glove save for Owen Walker. Not sure if the cameras caught that, but grabbed it right out of the air. That was smooth.
He might want to try his hand in net the way tonight's gone. 5 goals in on New Trier. Can't remember the last time I said that here in the SHL. Boersma wins the draw, gets it back to Cowan. Now Grady side circle. He looks, winds up, shoots, blocked shot. Comes back to Grady though. He tries to go around 2 defenders. Eventually the stick of Jaden Sauer able to clear that out. 10 seconds to go here in the period. Just missing the stick of Lillybridge. Or did it get deflected? It must have gotten deflected, but that will do it for the second period. After 2 periods, Loyola explodes here in the second period, scoring 4 goals. And we'll head to the third period with Loyola leading 5-1, Taylor.
Max, I just hopped on my advanced research notes, also known as Google. Ran through the schedule for New Trier Green. The last time 5 goals were scored on them was in October in a tournament out in the East Coast where the Pittsburgh Vengeance U18 AAA team took it to them by the score of 6-0. So New Trier in territory they're not familiar with so far this season. Meanwhile, Loyola looking like a rolling freight train of offense right now.
Clicking on all cylinders are the Loyola Ramblers. So we're going to step aside, catch our breath here, let the Zamboni clean the ice. We'll come back with third period action in just a couple of minutes right here on your home for the SHL Championship YouTube Live. Welcome back live to third period action here from North Shore Ice Arena for Game 1 of the SHL Final right here on YouTube Live. Dylan Ward down on ice level alongside Taylor Ramel. I'm Max Anderson. Thank you for joining us so much tonight. It was a second period offensive explosion for Loyola, a 5-1 lead as we start the third period. For more on how New Trier is going to look to claw back here in the third period, we'll send it down to ice level where Dylan Ward standing by with New Trier head coach Bob Melton.
Thank you, Max. And Max, you mentioned it, a 4-goal outburst by Loyola in that second period. Coach, what did not work on the back end?
Well, you know, give Loyola a lot of credit. They had a great period. It was probably our worst period of the year. I mean, we've been playing so well lately, and we were bound to have a bad game. I'd rather have it now than state, get it out of our system, but give Loyola all the credit.
Simply put, what's your game plan here heading into the third, hoping to seek out a win?
Well, I told our boys we got to win battles. I don't care about the scoreboard right now. I want us to win the period. I want us to get back to playing good hockey, so at least we come out of here feeling good moving into state.
Thanks so much for a couple minutes. Good luck. Max, back to you.
Thanks, Dylan, and I think that's the right approach, Taylor, right? You obviously want to have a win every game mentality no matter the situation, but Bob Melton's realistic. He's practical. He understands the most important thing to come out of this third period is to get right with Wednesday on their minds.
So, yeah, no question. They've won 19 of their last 20, right? I mean, this is a team that's played a lot of hockey lately. They played really, really well. Opposite them, obviously, Loyola, 14 out of their last 15, and they look phenomenal. This is a 3-game series, right? If you have a stinker, you can come back. You got another opportunity, right? So if you're Loyola, you got to button this up. If you're New Trier, see if you can get a couple quick goals, change the momentum of the game, get out of this healthy, get ready for state for both these teams, and live to fight another day.
And to fight this third period for New Trier, sophomore Drew Dirdoff enters the game. Dean Lawrence was in net for the first 2 periods. And Dirdoff is going to get an opportunity here in third period to get some work in, certainly against a very talented team in Loyola. So 17 minutes back up on the clock. Tall mountain to climb for New Trier trailing by 4 goals.
Cowan, Grady, Lillybridge, Boersma, Gustafson, my goodness.
Loyola is not backing up at all.
I mean,
they'll have a minute 22 on the power play to start this period.
One true defenseman on the ice for Loyola right now in their man advantage. Putting Garrett Grady back.
That's a statement right there, Taylor. They're going to just keep going.
Offense, yep, they're going to keep attacking. Krieger, Baltz, Chesson, Cusick, the lone defender back.
A minute 20 of power play time for Loyola to start this period as New Trier is able to clear it. O'Brien to settle.
Let's see if we do anything different on the penalty kill for New Trier. 2 held back. They actually held 2 in the middle. So a slightly different look. Although the penalty kill for New Trier has not been the problem this evening.
1 for 5 is Loyola with the man advantage. New Trier certainly put themselves in some bad positions. A couple of bad penalties. Taylor, you've talked about that. One by Hawkins.
Some mental mistakes, bad penalties.
There's one by Owen Walker as well.
And Loyola playing just beautiful hockey. I mean, they look great in that second period. They were firing on all cylinders. The Stars came out to play.
The Grady Gustafson connection continues to be fruitful for the Ramblers. Now here's a chance shorthanded. Butler Chesson with a breakaway opportunity. Forehand, big save O'Brien to keep it at 5-1. Gustafson the other way with 15 remaining on the power play. He's checked off the puck as he enters the zone and cleared by New Trier with 8 seconds left here with the man advantage. Here's Cowan. He goes around a couple of defenders. Back to full strength is New Trier. Albrighton and Malinek on the back end to support as Cowan jumped forward. Sharfstein with the check at the blue line. Played in all the way deep. Looking for a centering pass. Can't get it off because Albrighton all over. I believe that was Miller in the back end as Bain loses an edge as he comes through the neutral zone. Here's Fritchie with 15 to go here in the third. Game 2 of this series will be next Saturday, 7:15 p.m. at Heartland Ice Arena. And Game 3 is to be determined. No scheduled date for that, of course. All of this coinciding right along with the state tournament, so some moving pieces. But what we know for sure is these two teams will play again next Saturday right here on your home for SHL hockey, the SHL Network on YouTube. Schreiber, a nice play around Hawkins, gets it to Boersma. Shot from Boersma. Dirtoff steers that into the corner. Rody takes it in the neutral zone. He'll sling it in behind the net. Benowitz can't reach that. Shot in on Dirtoff, easily turned aside. Schreiber battling in the corner. Schreiber and Hawkins tied up. Trying to come loose is Hawkins. Now he's going to get taken down to the ice, so New Trier's going to head to the power play with 14 minutes left in the third period.
Walker Baltz Chesson on the ice for the man advantage. Joined by Hawkins and Cusick. And it's going to be Schreiber to the box for Loyola at the 14-minute mark exactly of the third. Power play goal for New Trier will certainly start to begin the momentum shift if they can get it. Plenty of hockey left to play.
Without a power play goal thus far. 2 chances on it, they're 0 for 2. Here's their third. Cusick up top, lines up a one-timer off the crossbar and would not go. That puck hit the bottom side of that crossbar, dropped almost directly down and just trickled to the left of that goal line instead of the right if you're a New Trier faithful.
One of the loudest dings all season. Wow.
That struck it clean. That was a big windup from Cusick. And that kind of night for the Trevians. There's Balls, Cowan pestering him the entire way. Minute 15 left on this power play. Balls finally creates some space. Here's Cusick again. He stops. Gets the ball out of place. Here's Chesson. Settles. Big glove save for Kieran O'Brien. So Taylor, talk about earlier in the game, Chesson whiffed on the one-timer with the wide open net. Settles that one. O'Brien just enough time to get over and makes the save.
Yeah, and that's the right look, right? Set Chesson up, left-handed shot on the right side, right hash. Let him operate backdoor. This time you'd have liked to see him try to get a one-time swing if you're New Trier, right? He took time to settle it down. It was too much time. Kieran O'Brien easily able to make the shift over and track the puck all the way into his glove.
Here's Albrighton trying to clear it up the boards. Comes to Fritchie with a minute left, shorthanded. Buddington comes to support, able to keep it in at the blue line, but eventually forced out as Krager has to collect for the Trevians. Krager gives to Tyler Smith, who pauses, eventually fires a shot off the shin boards of a Loyola defenseman. Comes to Douthit. Douthit's shot deflects a couple of times, and O'Brien just got the toe of his pad on that one to keep it out with 30 seconds to go shorthanded. Now Grady forces a turnover. He's got a breakaway with Gustafson. Grady gives to Gustafson. He scores! And the hat trick for Jack Gustafson makes it 6-1.
And Jack Gustafson takes his glove off as he skates through center ice, raises 3 fingers to the New Trier crowd, signaling, hey guys, I got my hat trick.
And not just a hat trick, Taylor, he also has an assist. So now 4 points on the night for the alternate captain, who continues his incredible run of hockey.
The Stars have come out to play.
And as Jimmy flashes that graphic of Gustafson, in just an hour and a half, it's become completely out of date. He had 60 points before we started tonight. He's got 64 now.
And that's Loyola's 3rd shorthanded goal of the entire season, too.
And I think it was, Dylan, was it your stat earlier in the game that New Trier hadn't given up a shorthanded goal yet this season?
Well, it was Loyola that hadn't given up a shorthanded goal, but even still, Loyola had only scored 2, and guys, don't forget running clock now.
Wow. I don't think I've ever seen that in a New Trier-Loyola matchup.
I have not.
It's just been an electric night for the Ramblers. Everything going right. leading now by 5 goals here in third period. Centering pass looking for more was Grady, but able to steer that out. The ball's touch pass into the offensive zone. As Grady heads into the offensive zone just a touch early with 11:14 left in the third. Neutral zone's draw to come. Malinek and Snow.
One thing that has been even about the game so far is the shots. Loyola only has one more, 23-22.
They've certainly been opportunistic on those. The Trier's hit a couple of posts and crossbars as well. But it's been Loyola's night in game 1 of the SHL final.
That might even be an understatement.
Rabinowitz chases down this one, and we talked about it right at the start of the period. An honest Bob Melton that said better this happened tonight than in 3 days. Here's a shot just over the crossbar. Performance like this against GBS for New Trier in a couple of days, and their season will be over. Shot from Snow well over the crossbar. Krager pinches down from his defensive spot but can't keep it in, and able to clear is Loyola. Now a bunch of extra bodies on the Loyola bench. I didn't quite catch what happened behind the play.
I didn't either, but I think Krieger came through while Loyola was undergoing a line change and either made purposeful or accidental contact with one of the Loyola players forwards.
Yeah, I'm about to find out, guys.
Going off the bench. I mean, the officials pointed at Krieger and then to the box immediately. A number of Loyola players chirping the way of the Trier forward.
Just wanted to check with you, Dylan, though you weren't able to see that live.
Yeah,
either,
I was not able to see it live, but the official call is 2 minutes for roughing.
Well, bench was chirping at Krager as he went by. They didn't like that. Hit on right in front of their bench. 9:18 and running clock here in the third period from North Shore Ice Arena. Here's Grady. He'll drop it down below to Lillybridge. You better believe Loyola's not done looking for more goals. Here's Cowan up top. Gustafson far circle. Shot on Dirtoff. He keeps it out. Another shot and puts it into the corner. Gustafson again bouncing out in front. High slot, but New Trier's able to clear. Chesson short-handed. Active stick by Cowan. Steers him off that chance. Boersma checked as he releases the puck into the zone. The ball knocks that down, comes to Gustafson. Eventually gets it to Boersma. Gustafson again to follow. Lillybridge to chase in the corner, but it'll be cleared by Rabinowitz with a minute left here on the power play. Here's Grady with the head of steam. He goes up the far right wing. He'll shoot in on net. Saved by Dirtoff. Still bouncing. Comes to Malinek. Loyola was in a change. Now a 2-on-1 opportunity for the Trevians. Walker coming up the slot. Cabal trying to chase him, and a huge block pass there by Fritchie. There was a man wide open in the slot. Cabal back the other way with 30 seconds on the power play. Shot just over the crossbar. Bain to follow. Here's Rabinowitz, and he'll clear with 20 remaining man advantage for the Ramblers. Cowan tries to pass it to himself off the boards, not able to. Again, cleared by the Trevians. Back to full strength comes New Trier as Malinek comes up the ice. Puck drops to Bain, but eventually it's Faulkner that takes it away for New Trier. Here's Faulkner. He skates wide, puts his shoulder down. Backhanded chance. Great poke check from O'Brien. Faulkner was just getting ready to put a backhanded shot on net, but O'Brien's now without a stick. Finally, Malinek gives him his stick. Doesn't have time. They score! Hawkins gets a deflection right in front, and it's 6-2.
Shot coming from the high point by Hawkins. Kieran O'Brien without a stick. The defenders should know you give him your stick. Beats him high blocker, rings off the pipe. New Trier.
I think there was a deflection in front. We'll get a look at it here. Yeah, I think it was on the flyby. It was the forward whose number is 91. That's Henry Miller for New Trier. I believe he'll get credit for the goal.
So for nothing else, New Trier has stopped the running clock. 6 minutes and 44. Is it enough to get another one? Maybe a third, a fourth? We'll see.
So a 4-goal lead now for Loyola with 6:44 to go. And Dylan, I'll defer down to you down there by the score box. Did they end up giving Miller that goal?
Yes, indeed. I believe so. Let me check. I don't think it would have been anyone else. Oh, no, I'm sorry. They did give it to Hawkins. Oh. Miller with the primary assist.
Okay. So here's Sharfstein in on net. He gets turned around and thrown into the boards. Now Waltman. Here's Fritchie, far half boards. Baker's shot on net, deflected into the corner by Dirtoff. Waltman centering pass. Dirtoff steers it aside. Winding up Fritchie, deflects just wide of the far post. Comes to Rabinowitz, who gets it to Douthit. 2-on-2 come him and Faulkner. Off the skate of Fritchie. They didn't have a man marked. It was Faulkner right at the goal mouth. But not able to get a goal to go home. Krager with the puck in the neutral zone. Gets it to Douthit. Tries to drag around a defenseman. Here comes the other way. Albrighton shoots and steered into the corner. Gustafson tried to make it 2 chances for Loyola, but it's cleared. Now back down below the goal line. Gabal and Cusick come together. Cusick comes away with it. He goes around Grady. You see Cusick draw the puck, gets it to Sauer. Saved by O'Brien. Sauer gets it right back. Centering pass is O'Brien just getting back to his feet. Rhodey doesn't have a stick. He's just going to try to use his body to trap the puck. I think he'd be content to get a whistle here. Still locked in. Finally Grady able to get loose. Cusick keeps it in at the far point. Fleetwood gives back to Cusick. A shot deflects just wide of the far post. Grady wraps it around the boards. It gets a fortunate bounce off the stanchion, but not far enough for icing. 4:25 left here in the third period. It's 6-2 Loyola. Big check from Schreiber on Hawkins as he comes up the ice. Rhodey with the stretch pass. Gets Lillybridge. Looked like Schreiber was offsides, but we'll keep playing. Now Snow with the puck. 4 minutes to go here in the third period. He'll drop it in deep. Retrieve his own dump. Comes loose to Cowan. He'll clear for Loyola. Now Lillybridge. He'll chip it in. Trying to track it down. It'll come to Hawkins. Eventually free to Miller. And cleared by New Trier. Now Smith and Steele tied up behind the play. And Smith gives Steele a whack. That's going to be a penalty against New Trier's Tyler Smith.
Guys, Smith had him in an absolute headlock. It was right up here on the boards. I don't know if the camera saw, but the Loyola bench was complaining immediately.
I don't know if we got it on camera, but that was right down in front of us. We saw the same thing up here, Dylan. And then for good measure, he turned around and whacked him in the face with a stick. So take your pick whether you wanted roughing or high sticking there. Or both. 3:31 left here in the third period. Loyola's going to head to the power play, already up 4 goals.
Roughing officially, in case you're curious.
Looking for the extra point to go with their touchdown.
Face off won by New Trier and cleared.
Fly a forward out of the zone. Look at Kieran O'Brien out of his net. That's heads up hockey there by the young netminder. Wow.
Butler Chesson was fixing to have a shorthanded opportunity. Here's Grady. Brady looks, tries to go around one man. Chesson again steps in the way of that one. Short-handed, gets it on to Balls. Balls shot right into the chest of O'Brien with 2:57 to go. .126 remains on the man advantage for Loyola. They've got one power play goal tonight. Stay tuned after the game. We'll get Dylan Ward down on the ice with Scott Sorello, assuming they hold on to this 4-goal lead. Hopefully, I think we'll get a player as well. I think we all know who that'll be. Jack Gustafson with a hat trick here tonight, leading his Ramblers team to a convincing effort thus far against the Trevians.
Jack Gustafson can try to hide from our post-game interviews. He's not doing a good job of it.
Yeah, it's going to be 2 in a row. I kind of forgot about that.
Yeah.
We always get guys coming up to us saying, hey, interview me. And my answer's always, score a few goals and we'll interview you. Jack Gustafson takes that seriously. Here comes Schreiber with some speed. He shoots, but Hawkins gets his stick in the way. Bain behind the goal line. Centering pass to Schreiber. It's a backhanded shot. Dirtoff keeps it out. Bounces to the corner to Douthit. 28 left here on the power play and cleared. Walker's trying to beat Cowan to this, but Speedy Captain's not going to lose that race to Walker. Here comes Cowan up the middle of the ice. Finds Bain rink wide. Bain's just going to drop it in deep. Malinek around the other side. Going to reverse flow where Cowan's waiting. 2 seconds left here on the power play. Back to full strength is New Trier.
Our very own
Backdoor chance. The shot from Waltman couldn't get much on it. Kept out by Dirtoff.
Dylan, we see you down there operating the penalty box door.
I've been hanging out here at the scorers area in the penalty boxes. Thought I'd help these guys out a little bit.
What a guy.
What a guy, yeah.
So Taylor, we talked at the start of the third period what New Trier's goal was for this third period. It's currently 1-1 here in the third. I don't know how much better they've played. Just goals haven't found the back of the net.
Right.
What do you take away if you're Bob Melton from this game? Or
nothing.
Just to
Scrap it.
burn the tape, as they say?
Exactly right. I think New Trier has to get out of here, go home, maybe spend 20 or so, 30 minutes thinking about what they can improve on, right? Maybe some of the penalties need to be gotten rid of, some of the mental mistakes. Otherwise, you take this game, you ball it up, throw it in the trash, forget about it, and get ready for Wednesday. Meanwhile, Loyola, build on this. Keep those same lines, right? Keep your stars engaged, energized. I mean, this is a team, a Loyola team that's clicking on all cylinders right now.
Yeah, and I certainly look at this, and as we have got 1 minute to go, and Bob Melton said it himself, I don't necessarily look at this as a game New Trier lost. This is a game Loyola won. They made some really incredible plays to score a few of those goals, and Melton was very clear about that too. You know, tip your cap. Loyola has played an outstanding game here tonight. This game was way more about Loyola's execution than any lack thereof from New Trier. 35 seconds to go. Loyola faithful start to bang on the boards. They know they've got a game 1 victory in their hands, and they'll look to win the SHL in 6 days from now, next Saturday night, 7:15 p.m. Heartland Ice Arena, the location. We'll, of course, be there for that game. Here's Cusick's shot, deflects a couple of times with 15 seconds to go. Check in the corner, comes out to the neutral zone is Baker, and that will just about do it. State games coming up, but for tonight, a game 1 victory for Loyola, 6-2. So these two teams will play next in the state tournament.
New Trier versus Bennett in the Elite 8 on Wednesday.
Loyola will have GBS, so.
And that's Thursday night.
Dylan tracking down Jack Gustafson, who at this point might be getting a little tired of us. Well, we're going to talk to Jack. We'll send it down to ice level where Dylan Ward standing by with the hat trick man.
Thank you, Max. Here with Jack Gustafsson. 4 points in this game after only 4 points in 3 games against New Trier in the regular season. What worked so well on this particular day?
My line mates really helped me out. We just knew we had a buzz, get game one. Game one's the biggest one for now at the moment, so we just knew we had to get pucks on net. Dean, their goalie, was obviously pretty shaky, so we pucks on net.
Elite Eight on Thursday against GBS. Game 2 of this series on Saturday. Back at Heartland Ice Arena. Lots to look forward to during this time of year. What does this playoff time of year mean for you and your team?
It just means a lot, especially for seniors, like I've said. Last dance pretty much. So just trying to enjoy it and get some more wins.
All right, thanks so much. Back to you. Actually, I'll go right over here to Scott Sorello. So we did some research, and it turns out the last time New Trier allowed 6 goals was way back in October. What worked here in the SHL final?
I think we just had a good team game, just played together as a team and embraced a lot of the things that we've been working on for the past few weeks.
Game 2 is on Saturday, and then the Elite Eight in the state tournament against GBS on Thursday. Lots to look forward to. I was just talking to Jack about this. What does this time of year mean for you as a coach?
Oh, it's fun. It's good. I mean, you want to see the kids get rewarded for all the hard work they put in starting last summer and throughout the season.
All right, thanks so much, and congrats on the win.
All right, thank you.
Back to you guys.
Thanks, Dylan. And business-like approach. That's what I heard there. It wasn't too celebratory, obviously excited, but for this Loyola side, they have obviously an SHL championship, a state championship on their minds. This was taking care of business, and that they did here in Game 1.
They sure did. They played an extremely efficient game. You heard team game, I think was the word used there, right? I mean, everybody from the start, all the way up and down the line. Your stars showed up, goaltending showed up, defense was solid, special teams was strong again tonight. A team win and at a crucial time for the Loyola Ramblers.
So a 6-2 victory here in Game 1. We'll have Game 2 next Saturday from Heartland Ice Arena. But for now, that will do it for this evening. Want to make sure we thank our great team here at North Shore Ice Arena. Of course, Patrick Loftus on camera duty. We have Jimmy the Wiz Olsen, all the great visuals, graphics, replays, and production work. Dylan Ward down on the ice level with all the interviews and his ice side nuggets. And Taylor Ramelt to my left. I am Max Anderson. Thank you so much for joining us for Game 1. We'll have Game 2 of the SHL final in just a couple of days. But before then, make sure you tune into the SHL Network Wednesday and Thursday. We are proud and excited to host the quarterfinals of the A-High State Tournament. We'll be right here on the SHL Network, so come right back in just a couple of days for that. But until then, we bid you good night, and we'll talk to you again on Wednesday.